Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel and the brothers who is pushing this truth and sincerity. Today we wanted to get into a lesson regarding birthdays because you still have a lot of men who understand that their nationality goes back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel, and you know, they're still celebrating these birthdays, you know, as if it's okay to do that, and as if it's necessary to do that, you know, and it's really quite simple, you know. They truly, you know, they're not being true to the scriptures, because if you were, then you would understand that you're not supposed to be doing that. That's wicked, you know. It's really prideful for you to think that the day that you were born on this wicked planet, you know, and the planet itself is in chaos right now, you know. So that life that you live on this planet is going to be destroyed. If you want to live in righteousness, it's not gonna mix, you know. It's not gonna flow. Okay, so that day that you're born is not to be celebrated. It's not to be worshipped. It's not to be lifted up. Okay, it's really, you know, at max it should be just like any other day. All right. You know, the Most High already set up days for us to worship Him. He already set up feast days, you know, during the year that we are to observe. You know, but you still got Jake who want to celebrate birthdays, but when the Passover come, when the Day of Atonement come, you know, they don't want to observe none of those days, you know. So we're gonna get a couple of scriptures proving that celebrating your birthday is wicked. All right. Go ahead and get Genesis.
This is Genesis chapter 40 and verse 20. And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants.
Right. So, as you can see, this is actually the only day. I'm sorry. This is the only account in the Old Testament where the word birthday is really mentioned, and you see it being celebrated by what? A pagan Egyptian king. Okay? Now the scriptures tell us that we are not to go and follow, you know, the customs of our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? We have our own law, we have our own feast days that we're supposed to observe. Okay, so the celebrating of this Egyptian, of this Egyptian custom is wicked in the eyes of the Most High. All right, and we're gonna prove that.
We'll go to the law. This is Leviticus chapter 18. I'm gonna start at the top at verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am Yahweh your power. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Right. So it says, speak unto who? The children of Israel. This statement, this commandment is directed to the children of Israel. Now, if you understand that you're an Israelite, is it going to kill you if you don't worship your birthday? Do you have to worship your birthday every time it comes around? And it really isn't even your birthday, because the calendar goes off the moon, not the sun, you know? So you really celebrating is really pagan. You see how pagan it is when you know what I'm saying? Because the years are based off of the moon. You know, the feast days are all based off of the moon. The word month goes back to moon. You know, so you're really just celebrating a random day that you're alive in this wicked kingdom, and you get to do whatever you want because Satan is ruling this world right now. Okay, and so when you understand that, you're supposed to flee from that youthful lust, because that's all it is. You don't do nothing righteous on your birthday when you celebrate it.
That's right.
You go out. I'm sorry. First of all, you get candles, and that's really a sacrifice. You get candles. You bake a cake. You know what I'm saying? And you dedicate it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gathers together to celebrate the day that you were born, like you were just somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Did you ever see Yahushua celebrating his birthday in the scriptures, man? Do you ever see any men of the Lord celebrating their birthdays in the scriptures? No. Why? Because it's a pagan custom. You saw him keeping the Passover, though. You saw him talking about the Day of Atonement. You know what I'm saying? Pentecost. But never your birthday. Why? Because it's a heathenistic custom. Okay? You got that in Jeremiah?
Huh. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, and I'm starting at the top at verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right. Learn not the way of the heathen. Okay? Celebrating birthdays is wicked. All right? Doing what else? Christmas. You know? And a matter of fact, that scripture read a little bit more on that scripture there.
Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
The customs of the people are vain. Okay? So you have plenty of accounts where other days were celebrated when it's vanity. Celebrating your birthday is vanity. Celebrating Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Halloween, that's going to come up. Columbus Day, all of these New Year's, it's all vain, and it's off, because that's really not the new. Celebrating New Year's, that's really not even the new year. The year starts when things start back growing, not when everything is dead and cold and it's cold outside. Okay, but that's another that's another thing. But did you read? Go ahead.
If I may add though, before we move on, the celebration of birthdays is one of the most wickedest celebrations on the planet, because it's self-worship. Yep. It's the worship of yourself. Who are you to think you deserve a day? This thing is about Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai 24/7. You know, and so it's the most wickedest celebration you can perform, because it's self-worship. So, but reading on, I just wanted to add that. But reading on, it says, for the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with an axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good.
Right, and that's talking about worshiping in a Christmas tree, which goes back to Roman Saturnalia. If you Google the origins of Christmas, it'll go back to Roman Saturnalia. And the Most High, He tells us not to follow the way of the heathen. Okay, it's vain. You're not pleasing Him, and you're really serving you're really pissing them off by serving other gods. You know what I'm saying? And that's the opposite of what we need to be doing at this point. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who's still celebrating Christmas, man, in 2017, bro, you asking for it, man, and the Most High is gonna deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, I thought I had some. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to Job, the book of Job, to get an account in Job where the sons of Job celebrated birthdays. This is Job chapter 1, and starting at verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. So that's the representation of a birthday party. Yep. Gathering everyone together.
Yeah, man. Because Job, you know, he was the wealthiest man, you know, in his area in the east, I believe it says. And you know, so you gotta imagine, man. You know, Jake, he want to turn up when he's on. You know, he want to live lavishly. That's the how should I say, the cut. That's just how we operate. You know, but they were doing it unto vanity. You know what I'm saying? They were celebrating their own day. They had their own day. They were like as if they were the Most High. You know, and the Most High is not pleased with that. So Job, you know, he entreated for his children, as we're about to read here.
Come. Verse 5. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed the Most High in their hearts. Thus did Job continually.
Right. Because Job understand. Go to Job like 3:3. Job understood that the day that you're born isn't to be worshipped. You know. What does that say? Yeah, go ahead and read that.
Come. This is Job chapter 3 and verse 3. Let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man child conceived.
Why? Because let's be real, man. When you come on, if you're a righteous man of the Lord, when you come on this earth, your existence here is going to be suffering. It's going to be pain. It's not going to be pleasure all the time. Most of the time, it's going to be disappointment and being annoyed, being frustrated. You know what I'm saying? You in this flesh. You understand that you know that you're special, but you can't do what you want to do in righteousness. See, if you want to do whatever you want to do, just be wicked. There's no rules to that. You know what I'm saying? Humanism, Satanism, all that stuff is worshiping of yourself. You know? So all you have to do, if you want to do whatever you want, you got to be wicked. But being the fact that Job was righteous, he didn't like the fact that he had to be existing in these chains of darkness. And that's why we do what we do. And the people of this world don't understand that. Why? Because they're of the world. This is their heaven.
Come.
But us being in hell, we don't celebrate our birthdays, man.
Come.
We don't celebrate the customs of these heathen, man, because we understand that Howbeit Shai, he created days that we're supposed to worship him.
That's right. And if I may add, for every holiday, for every high holy day, there's a so-called holiday or folly day, like the brother just mentioned. And if I also may add, like the brother brought out beautifully, when you celebrate your birthday, as we just read in Job 3:3, it says, "Let the day perish wherein I was born." Because why? Because when we're born into hell, man. We're born into captivity and oppression under these devils, the so-called white man. Man, there's nothing to celebrate. There's no happiness here. You know. So you know, what are you celebrating? It's like God.
No, you good, brother. Matter of fact, you already got Job 1. Did you get Amos?
No,
Go ahead
and
get Amos. Yeah, man. Exactly what the brother's saying, man. You know, the Lord is not pleased. He's not pleased. You know, whenever you have a baby, and when he turns 12 months old, you wanna throw an elaborate ass birthday party.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Make him put the cake in front of his food tray and let him play in the thing, get his thing all messed up with all the nasty ass blue icing, you know what I'm saying? The GMO flour, just destroying his intestinal tract, probably, you know, making him, you know, all types of dyslexic or whatever, man, slowing the process of his brain, you know what I'm saying? By feeding your child a damn birthday cake, just so that he can look, you know what I'm saying? They'll buy a whole outfit. You see how vain it is? And it's normally the so-called black woman that's really into that.
Oh, they push that.
You know what I'm saying? They're doing the big birthday parties and buying them the little outfits. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures and putting it on Instagram and Snapchat. Oh, look at my baby. He just turned 1 today. So everybody can tell him, happy birthday. It's wicked, bro. Really? And vain as hell. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's telling you that through the scriptures. That's right. All you gotta do is read. All you gotta do is listen to the men of the Lord who have been given out of